Hey, what's going on? This is Ricardo with the Code 7 Podcast Network, and we are about to get started with Open Mic Live. But first, as always, a word from our sponsors.
At InDigital, we know the public safety professionals hold themselves to a high standard. In fact, standard doesn't do it justice. In over 25 years working alongside you, carrying millions of calls over our IP networks, your dedication has inspired us. That's why our ESINet goes beyond industry standards, not only i3 compliant, but designed to adapt to future development for a network you can count on when it matters most. Learn more at indigital.net.
Have you ever met a 911 professional and asked, what's the worst call you've ever taken? Well, here's your answer. I heard your last breath the night you flipped your four-wheeler. I tried to call you the day you committed suicide by driving your car into a tree. Blue face, cold to the touch. I helped you with CPR after you found your infant face down, not breathing. It messed me up. I did everything I could, but it wasn't enough. You were with me from the beginning, Grandma. 27 years later, I took the 911 call when you died. How fitting to be there for me in the beginning, and I was there for you in the end. I miss you, Grandma. I am 911. This is but a glimpse into the world of emergency dispatch. But what is it really like to answer a call during someone's nightmare? What is the impact on the first responder answering the call? From Titletown Publishing, and available on Amazon or where you purchase your favorite books and ebooks. Imagine listening. Your worst day is our everyday. If Within the Trenches has ever taught you something, open your eyes to what it is like to be a 911 dispatcher, or has inspired you to become one, then help support us and join our Patreon. Get exclusive bonus content, one-of-a-kind swag, discounts on merchandise, ad-free early access to new episodes, and much more. To join, please visit patreon.com/WTT podcast. And if you're an industry partner, we have something for you as well. And now, for the show.
This is Jordan, and you're listening to the Code 7 Podcast Network.
Warning. This episode contains the 3 A's of podcasting: adult content, adult language, and awesomeness. You've been warned.
Dispatch.
There is no one over here to cook our lunch. We are waiting for our lunch, and there's no one here to cook our lunch.
All right, calm down. Where are you at?
The group home. Now, what are you going to do?
We'll get some help over there for you, okay?
Welcome to Open Mic, where we visit the lighter side of dispatch, because laughing is good medicine. Yeah, what is going on, everyone? And helpy? Happy Thursday is what I meant to say. Oh, man. It has already been a week. Like, that's pretty crazy. So usually I do this on Sunday. I usually do Open Mic Live on Sunday evening at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. However, the reason I switched it up this week is mainly because this Sunday is, Super Bowl, and nobody would be watching anyway. So, and also I'm not going to be doing it from my couch watching the game. So, that's why we're here. That's why we're here tonight on a Thursday. And I'm excited to be here with all of you. And this is going to be fun. I've got some audio to play, some stories to go over, dumb criminal stories. Yeah, those are always fun. So we're going to go over some of those. So hello to everyone here on Facebook, YouTube, as well as X and Instagram. And this live broadcast is sponsored by InDigital, a leader next-gen core services. And big shout out, as always, to subscribers of the podcast, whether it be on Circle, Patreon, or Facebook. Char, what is going on? See, I see you have a speed bump between the Yes, a big speed bump. As you could see, I couldn't talk right there at that moment, as well. But yes, yeah, speed bump for sure, dude, for sure. Amy, what is going on? And, welcome. What is your number? As we always do for Open Mic Live, what is your number? How are you feeling? On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being shitty, right? And 10 being awesome, how are you feeling? Also, make sure to throw in some reactions, share this broadcast, get a few more folks up in here so we can talk and share even more stories. As I said, it has been a week. I've been doing all kinds of different things and still things that I can't talk about yet. Hopefully, they'll come to fruition and all. And I'm excited for the future. I'm excited for the potential of just everything that I'm working on, things that are going on, places I'm going to get to go. And, this is in reference to, conferences, just speaking engagements, classes that I'm going to be doing. And I'm waiting for the green light too to be able to share some of those places where I'm going to be um, teaching. But either way, I'm excited and it's going to be fun. And all of this, don't get used to it because I'm going to take it off. It's like super long, dude. I need to I need to get it off of there. But I'm coming in at probably about an 8.5 or so. Again, things have been really good. I've been working on a lot of stuff, putting out a lot more content and just kind of throwing out some information as well as kind of a thought leader. I've never seen myself as that, but I just mean like throwing out some thoughts of a lot of things that I've gone throughout my time as a, I guess, kind of a public safety entrepreneur in a way. Um, just a lot of things that, you end up learning as you go along. And, maybe I'll share a couple of those. I shared it in a um uh I'm trying to remember if it was a story or a reel now on Instagram. I think it was on Instagram. It was just a reel that I put out there, but I put it out in actual text all over the place, with everything else that I had going on. And again, I want to share a little bit of that here in just one moment. I just want to look in the comments here. Um, Again, Amy, hello, and Shar, hello. Shar's coming in at a solid 9. I have my beautiful niece and nephew for a sleepover. All right, that is awesome. Hello, niece and nephew. Not that you're watching, but hello anyway. Let's see. And Amy, at a 9, first time in a great while, feeling grateful for a scholarship to go for my ENP and teaching a class for other dispatchers tomorrow. Hell yeah. Congratulations. That is awesome. Let's see, Stephanie, what's going on? Coming in at about a 7-ish, was a 10 earlier, but in monitoring a local neighboring agency with an OIS, 2 deputies. Oh, my lord. And suspect at large. Just hurts to hear. We all know their radio dispatcher is doing phenomenal. Thoughts and prayers and everything to everybody out there and everything that's going on. Um, And I believe it. I believe that the dispatcher is doing a phenomenal job on that as well. Over here on Instagram, what about you? What are your numbers? How are things going? I see someone over here on Instagram saying howdy, hello, hello, welcome. And let me just, you know what? Let me go ahead also and kind of jump into a couple of these things that I was mentioning. So I had put something out there that this was kind of the 6 things I learned, throughout my years, over a decade of doing this. And for any of you out there who have, started creating your own things or, being a presenter, teaching a certain class, putting stuff out there for, education for dispatch or whichever, there are some things that you need to know, that you need to look out for. And sometimes it's right in front of your face and you don't see it. And the reason you don't see it is because you want to be a part of something so bad, or you want whatever it is that you're doing to be so good and so liked that you go ahead and join up with whoever is saying to you, "Come on, this is gonna be come on, let's do this. Let's do this together," or whatever, and then before you know it, you've been unfriended and blocked, or, they turn on you or whatever, and you're like, "What happened?" It's going to happen. I've been doing this stuff for over a decade, man, and it happens. Let me look back over here. I think that's my homie Keely over there on Instagram saying hello, coming in at a 4-ish. Let's see if some of the stuff that I end up talking about will be able to get you up there a little more, at least one number up. Or if anything, even if your numbers stay the same, that's fine because we're all here together talking, chatting, and just enjoying each other's company. So let me just read a couple of these. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, just a couple of them. The first one is to get out of your own head. Okay. And this isn't just content creation. This is for everything, especially those big moments when you have those dare to be great moments, those moments where you have to make a decision that could literally change your entire life. Or if you've been waiting for a long time to do something, but you think, what if people don't like it? What if I have a bunch of haters? I don't know if I want to deal with that. Or what if this? What if that? Get out of your head. Because I was there. I was there in the beginning. Again, I've been doing this for over a decade. And over a decade ago, I was playing with the idea of sharing 911 dispatch stories. And my mission was to share these important stories that no one had heard before, and to hopefully inspire other dispatchers, to educate the public. But I was in my head. People telling me, "Man, they're not gonna wanna listen to you. They're not gonna wanna your voice sucks. They're not gonna wanna do this or that." And I was in my head about it. And you may have gone through something similar when you're trying to make some sort of decision and you just get into your head. Take that first step. That first step is the hardest, right? You can do this. And lean on your friends, the very close ones, the ones that you could tell someone anything. And I know sometimes some of those friends end up being the ones that stab you in the back anyway. Well, that's okay because it's their loss. But along with that, be careful who you partner with. Because very early on, I was approached by a lot of people, a lot of companies who wanted to partner. And the majority of them were good, but some of them were bad. And I learned the hard way. I've been fighting companies that don't even have to do with public safety. They were trying to steal a lot of the stuff that I did. But you hold your own and you stick to your mission and you believe in it and you can make it work. Not everyone is in your corner. As I was talking about watching who you partner with, and some of those people that might end up just dropping you out of nowhere after you've been with them for so long and doing certain things together. It happens. It happens. And that one hits hard. It does. Because you can hope and pray that everyone is going to support you and love what you're doing, but that's not always the case because some people are just leading by jealousy or ego. And when you're at your lowest, though, that is when you find out who your people are. Because there's others who just end up walking away because they want to protect themselves and are afraid of what others might think. But who cares? Because whatever it is that you're doing, that you take that step forward, it's because you're following your heart and what you want to do. And you want to share a piece of yourself with others. That's passion. I'm just sharing a little bit of what I've learned over this past decade, man, of just doing all of this stuff, whether it be on it was on my own in the beginning, then partnered with folks, and then, kind of on my own again. It happens. But as long as you believe in what you're doing and you stick to the mission, you stick to your passion, and you don't let other things get to you, you can do this. Whatever it might be, you can do it. But most importantly, you have to believe in yourself. Because I can tell you this shit all day and make you feel good or whichever. But if you don't believe it, then that's the hurdle you got to get through first. You got to get through that part. Let me look over here in the comments as I'm just like, you're probably like, oh shit, I didn't think he was going to be dropping straight facts. But it's true, man. It's true. And it's okay. Let me look in the comments here. Emily says, hello, hello. She goes, jumping in when you're sharing straight facts. That's right. Amy says, tough to learn, but you are speaking the truth. Thank you very much. Over here, Keely says, it's also when you find other people who become your people. Yes, exactly. Also saying you may have been holding on to people who were holding you back, keeping you in place, keeping the wings clipped. Yes, that's another thing as well. Amy over here, Ricardo dropping the truth bombs. I'm just trying to be real with you because again, that's another thing. Another thing, of course, that I learned, which is this one seems like it would be an easy one, right? But sometimes it's not. And that's just straight up being real. Okay? Being you. Just fucking be you. Don't be what others want you to be or what you believe others want you to be. Live your life, man. This life is too short. Be real. It was really important to me when I started all of this to be truly real, to be myself, and to let people in and to let people know what it was like to take those calls, what it was like to work in dispatch, how important the job is, the profession, how important all of you are. And it was about being real. That's how we relate to each other. When I go somewhere to hear someone speak, I don't want to hear some bullshit that's just being read off a presentation. I want the speaker to speak to me as we are just humans, man. I want to hear a part of them. Those are the people that I relate to because I see myself in them in some parts of their stories. So if you're looking to get out there, if you're looking to teach, if you're looking to present, remember that. Be you. because there's no one else like you. And when you're doing something good, when you're doing something that's popular, just know this: people will copy you. It'll happen. But it's okay because no one has your story. You have your story, and your story is important. And if you have that passion, that story that goes along with everything that you're doing, nothing can stop you. Anyone can do what everyone does. But if they don't have that story, that passion to go along with it, they're not going to last. But also remember this: people may copy you, but the paste will never be the same. People may copy you, but the paste will never be the same because they're not you. Those people aren't you. So don't let it eat at you. You just keep doing what you're doing. Again, this is just stuff that I've learned over 10 years of doing all of this. And I know there's a lot of people out there who are wanting to get into presenting more, who are wanting to do a lot of this other stuff. Do it. Get out there and do it. Because again, life's too short. And also, if you're doing all of this for the money, then you've already lost. Because if that's the only thing that drives you, bro, you got to find it something else. Because here's a quote from Simon Sinek, and it's one that I love. And it's people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. And I think in that quote, and also me saying be real, all of that, those two main ones there are reason enough that I've been able to sustain for over a decade. Let me look over here. There's like comments all over the place. I do I said it already, but I do love this one that Keely put out there. I'm all like preaching and shit, and it's getting hot. Let me take this jacket off. Hold on. This is not what you guys expected, right? This wasn't what I planned on talking about either, but I just happened to see it in my notes in a different note, and I thought, you know what? Let's just drop some bombs, man. Let's do this. So, Keely's over here, how she had said, and again, I already read it, but I wanna read it again. You may have been holding on to people who were holding you back, and it's true. I just say that for a lot of people that that's a true thing. Sometimes we don't see it, right? You don't see it until it's too late. But she says you may have been holding on to people who were holding you back, keeping you in place, keeping the wings clipped. Love it. Keely also says, and those are the people you control, alt, delete. Yeah. And she goes, hey, yo, Ricardo's taking off. That is funny. I was simply taking off my zip up. That's it. I still have a shirt on. Emily says that is the shirt that needs to be made. Which one? Is it the people may copy you, but the paste will never be the same? Is that what you're talking about? Let me know. Also, in the end, as I wrap this little rant that I was going on, but I hope it makes sense. I hope that everything that I'm saying right now is making sense because I know that there's a lot of you who want to get into speaking and presenting and teaching. Don't let anything hold you back. If you believe in it enough, you can do it. Because really, the only person that's holding you back is you. Denial sucks too. Because nobody ever wants to say or think, is it me? Am I the one holding myself back? Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of people who might act like they're close to you and end up dropping you and deleting and unfriending and blocking you altogether or whatever. Those people can hold you back as well. But sometimes you're holding yourself back only because you're in your head or you just got all this stuff that you're thinking. You can do this. But the last part is, oh, Ryan here says it does make sense. I popped on at the exact moment to hear those words I needed to hear. Good. I'm glad. I'm glad you were able to to jump on and hear that too, because I just want to be real with you guys and let you know how some of this works and what's going to happen. I know just about everyone in the 911 profession, and it didn't come easy, man. Like, this did not come overnight. I know there's a lot of big moments that I talk about, but in between those big moments, there's a lot of heartache, a lot of stress, and a lot of, am I doing the right thing? Does everyone that, everyone that I know, the thin gold line, like, is this working? Is it helping? And it is, because I read it. I see it when I'm face to face with people. People say it, and that is the best thing in the world. But you're gonna feel that way when you're doing stuff. There's gonna be moments where you not so much lose sight, but you just wonder, where am I at? Where is this going? What am I doing? Am I doing the right thing? All of this stuff will be there. But you just stick to what you're doing. Fuck that noise and just do you. But in order to sustain, you need to adapt and evolve. And this is in anything, any profession, anything that you're doing, you have to adapt and evolve. Otherwise, you're going to stay stuck in one place doing the same shit over and over. Take a chance. Oh, man. Oh, looking over here on Instagram, my homie Fletch is up in here. He says, I hold myself back because no one else will hold me. Oh, man. What's up, Fletch? Well, there you have it. I hope all of that made sense. And be careful. But do you. Be you. Don't start, don't be one that's just like throwing everything against the wall to see what sticks or whatever, and then you're like, "All right, I got it." Because if that's what you're gonna end up doing, you need to find a new purpose. You're just haven't you're just doing random shit. But again, if you believe in something, if you've got that passion, don't let anyone stop you. Thank you for attending my TED Talk. Oh, man. Woo! Um, let's see. Let me look over here on Instagram really quick. So we got someone in here that says, "I passed all tests for operator, and because I said I was a widow that was suicide victim, they didn't hire me," which I see as effed up. I think I'd be the best person to help someone. So let me say this, okay? I think that's effed up too, because before I say this part, Tiffany, don't let it stop you, okay? If you want to be in this profession, keep trying, keep doing it. You know, I can understand where they might have, you know, whatever thoughts or anything like that. However, don't let that stop you, okay? Whatever reasons, other reasons they may have had, I don't know, but don't let it stop you. So here's the part that I was going to say. And maybe you've heard this before. I know a lot of people have. I've said it many times, but well, Tiffany says, more than anything, I flew 1,200 miles for the interview and test. Holy shit. Okay. Exactly then. Don't let it stop you. Okay. Because I'm a firm believer that some phone calls are meant for us because of a past experience that we have, that we're able to talk to those callers better. So, to your point, you saying that you feel like you would be the best person to help someone, there could be a time years from now where you end up taking a call that could be similar, and you'll be able to help whoever it is on the phone, you know, better than someone else could. Not that the other person wouldn't do a good job. They would do a great job. However, they wouldn't have that experience that you have, or might not have that experience that you have, where you would be able to handle it a little bit better, maybe a little more compassion because you've been there. So again, if this is what you want to do, if you want to get into dispatch, if you want to be a part of that thin gold line, don't let this one stop you. Keep going. Over here on Facebook, my good friend Emily out of Georgia says, "We're hiring. Come on over here." So I don't know where you are, Tiffany, who's over here on Instagram. I don't know where you are at, but they're hiring over at Cobb County 911. So and a lot of places are hiring. So don't let it stop you. Keep going. Just Wanna Fly joined in over here. Hello, Just Wanna Fly. How are you? I hope you guys are enjoying this. Um, again, we're like 33 minutes into this. I wasn't planning on going on this rant or anything, but I'm glad that that you're all here with me because this has been good. That's what I love about Open Mic Live, that we get together and we just talk, man. It doesn't have to I don't have to share, you know, 911 calls all the time. But I do have one to share today. But I'm just saying, like, even just this, you know, talking about this stuff that I've learned and all, I love being able to talk about it because not a lot of people know what it's really like when you're doing this, especially when you're doing it on your own, because it's not the easiest thing, man. Like if you have a few sponsors or something, You might be good to go, but you got to remember it might not always be there. That's why you have to adapt and evolve. Adapt and evolve. Looking back over here on Instagram, Tiffany says, I want it to be a huge gold line. Indiana. I applied and interviewed with Pasco County, Florida. Okay, there you go. So that was out of Florida. And over here on the other platform, I've got 2 of them going, so I'm looking at both. So I wanna say here, so Just Wanna Fly says, "Exactly. You weren't meant for them, but if you want to do this line of work, I agree. Keep trying and share your heart with them in the interview that you want to help. Lots would love to have you." There you go. Yes, there you go. Love that. See, and that's the other thing that I love about Open Mic Live because 'cause we're just coming together, man, from all over the place, just coming together, talking, sharing experiences, doing all of this. That's why I love doing this with all of you. It's so much fun. You are welcome. Yes. Just Want to Fly says, I used to be a 911 dispatcher for 19 years, and oh, it was my first time in here. Well, welcome. Welcome, welcome. I'm glad. Yeah, 19 years. So I did it for 13, and I've been in public safety still for over, geez, 22 years now, or is it 23 years? Would have never thought, honestly. Would have never thought that um that I would be in public safety this long, or public safety to begin with. Then again, I'll just say this really quick. When I graduated in 1999, that, by the way, this coming May is my 25th anniversary, like high school reunion that's coming up. Oh man, that shit went fast. That time went fast. Um, when I graduated, we had this booklet where we shared like what we all wanted to be when we grew up or whatever. And one was a one I had 2 of them on there. One was um a web designer, and the second one was a private investigator. So technically, I ended up doing what I wanted to do that I wrote down because I am a web developer. I'm a graphic designer, and I ended up in public safety. So I guess technically I ended up doing it. So woo! Awesome. Let me see here. Shay says, and if that centers the place you want to be at, keep applying. Show them what you've got. Yes. Thank you, Shay. Yes, very nice. Emily says, showing your age. I already She goes, I already crucified myself in DTBG5 with age. So that's right. That's right. Emily was like, when you're all old and over the hill at like 40 or whatever, and everyone is going, how dare you? Because I'm 42 and I'm not over the hill. Sometimes. This has been good. Again, this has been awesome. Just talking with all of you, and we're already going to be 40 minutes in. What the hell? All right, let me let me get to some of the other stuff that I was going to do. Holy cow, man! We just started talking, just spitting, spitting facts, dropping truth bombs, everything. But again, I hope all of that made sense, and that maybe for some of you, like, kind of like Ryan was saying, it was stuff you needed to hear. Just take that first step, man. Just do it. And if you ever have any questions, shit, send me an inbox message, and I can let you know. Forgive me and be patient. I have so many inboxes, it might take me a little bit, but I will get back to you, I promise. Um, because I want people to be aware. I want people to know, this isn't the easiest thing. It's not. It's actually pretty damn tough, but that's what makes it worth it. So if you want it, go for it. Emily says, in my defense, I was talking about when I was 5, thinking when I was old and 40. Okay. You can't backtrack it, dude. You're already I'm just playing. She'll send me a message later on saying, "You're a dick." All right. So, one of the things that I told you I had audio, okay? So I wanna play the audio for you guys, but, um, let me go through one of these other things that I had first. So I wanna show you all of this, and let me see, the sound should go through when I share the tab. So let me pull this up because this was something that I saw a few days ago, and I thought it was really funny. There were a few people who were like, "Oh, that trend is so annoying," or whatever. But I thought that this was actually kind of cool. But even though this was a trend, the dispatch got a hold of it and they used it as a recruitment. So I thought it was pretty cool. I want to play it for you here really quick. And again, the audio should go through. So here we go.
Of course, we always say calm the chaos. We're dispatchers. Of course, we always have more than one cup.
We're dispatchers. Of course we talk in 10 code. 10-4? What's that? 10-9?
We're dispatchers. Of course, we hang out with the agencies that we dispatch for.
We're dispatchers. Of course, we can multitask.
Well done, Williamson County. That was excellent. I enjoyed that. And I hope you did too. Like I ended up posting that and I made sure to give them credit. I tagged them and all that stuff because I don't ever want to take, anybody's thunder or anything. So I shared it and but I made sure to tag them and put out there that it was awesome. So I thought it was cool. Again, some people were like, well, hey, sometimes thinking outside of the box is what separates you from everyone else doing the same damn thing. And even though this was a trend, it was done differently because it was a recruitment thing. And I thought it was funny. So well done, Williamson County. I enjoyed that. But also, how many of you are recruiters? When we're looking at all of this, um, how many of you are recruiters? The reason I ask is because if you're typing right now, not me, you're wrong. And I'm telling you, you're wrong because every single one of you is a recruiter. Every time someone asks you about what you do for a living and you tell them, it is, it's how you share your story, how you talk about the profession, every single one of you. Because the way you share your story, the way you talk about your profession could inspire someone else to join the Thin Gold Line. There are many people who have sent in messages who have just simply said thank you for what you do because listening to the stories of others made me want to be part of something bigger than myself, made me want to get into this profession as well. I want to be a part of that. I want to help save lives, even if the outcome isn't the best. You were there with that person. So remember, every single one of you is a recruiter. See, Keely over here says, and stop using the word just a dispatcher. That's right. That's bullshit. You're not just a dispatcher. I'll give you that slow blink with the sound effect now. Blink, blink. But I'm serious. It's how you share your story. And I teach that stuff. That's what I'm doing with parts of the classes that I teach. And no, this isn't a plug for the class. I'm just simply saying it's all about how you tell your story. Because people can say over and over, we've got great benefits. You start getting paid at this much money. We have this, we have that. That's all basic shit. That's all shit people are going to hear or read about anyway. But if you tell me about those rewarding moments, about those moments where you didn't know what the outcome was going to be, and then you found out later that it was good, or even if it wasn't good, that you were at least there to help that person, be there with them in their time of need, dude, you've got me hooked right away. I want to know more. I want to hear more. Tell me about you. Tell me about what you do. That's how you recruit people. And a lot of people are doing it. This group over here that I just showed you, they did it in a fun way. The whole 10-4, 10-9 thing, like that was hilarious. Not a lot of people would get that, but either way, it's hilarious. And it's fun. And that's how you do those things. So every single one of you, recruiters. All right. Let me read one of these really quick, one of these dumb criminal ones, and then we'll do the audio, and then we'll talk about that audio here in a moment. It's not exactly funny audio, but it is how it was done, and it was done very well. And it was a person that was, I believe, was on my team at the time. The audio that I'm going to play in just a moment comes from my old center over in Allegan, and my friend who took the call doesn't work there anymore. I believe she works in a different center, but it's one to listen to where you kind of think outside of the box, where you're trying to do everything that you can to get someone to do what you need them to do and what they need to do so that they're safe and that others are safe as well. But first, let me read you this. And this is an old story. Okay. So this isn't something that just recently happened. This is an older one. And so that you can look at it as well, because this dude has got a killer mullet, man. It is really, really awesome. Jamie, what's going on? Folsom PD, California. What is going on? Oh, Jamie says is hiring. Let's go. All right. Well, there you go. So, Tiffany, you have got a lot of different options there. And let me see. Have a good night to you as well. Have a good night. And okay, so let me read this one over here really quick, and then we'll get to the audio because there's only like 10 minutes left. Holy cow. I cannot believe the fact that it's already, gotten to past the hour. This is nuts. All right. So here we go. Prosecutor. It says teen had very bad plan to get friend off of work. Okay. And I shared the link with the both of you. Again, this dude has got a killer mullet and it looks amazing. And he's got one of those like Lincoln beards going as well. So here it goes. It says a 19-year-old man in Missouri allegedly had a plan to get his friend off of work and in one way, it was a success. Ford's assembly plant in Claycomo, I believe is how it's pronounced, near Kansas City was evacuated and production was halted Tuesday night after a caller said they were barricaded in a second floor bathroom with firearms and explosives. This is what the reports say. The cost, let's see, to Independence resident Peterson, however, could be up to 7 years in prison and a $10,000 fine if he's found guilty of making a threat. And actually, some of these words I shouldn't read only so that it doesn't flag me, but I'm reading a news article for the social media powers that be. Don't ban me. Um, It says authorities say dozens of officers responded to the call and spent 6 hours searching the enormous facility. Some 2,200 workers were evacuated. Dude, what? Okay, so this guy, it says that he made the swatting call to get his friend off of work. Though there's no immediate sign the friend knew about the plan. What? Why? Why? So it says when someone makes a call like that, they pull law enforcement officers away from their duties keeping our community safe. In Clay County, we treat this type of crime with the seriousness it deserves. He praised police for heroically entering the plant to investigate the threat. Authorities say Peterson claimed to have an AK 47 with 3 spare magazines and a pound of C4 explosives strapped to his chest. And this was all made up. It ended up being a swatting call to this building to simply get his friend off of work. Dude, what? Are you serious? I I don't know, man. Like I've wanted to hang out with buddies before, right? And but I wouldn't go that far. Like I would just say, dude, call into work. Just call into work. Jamie says he lost his mind. I mean, what? Yeah, pretty much. Like that's how much he wanted to hang out. Okay, so it says police say Peterson admitted to investigators that he had downloaded an app to conceal his phone number. He said he said he knew what C4 was from playing Call of Duty. It's a first-person shooter game. Let's see. It says this hoax created a huge strain on law enforcement, not to mention the financial loss that Ford suffered from shutting down production. Bro. Oh no. That's that's pretty gnarly. Oh, hold on. Over here, Keely says, I want friends that are that committed to me. Right? It's like those memes that say, something like find someone who looks at you the way so and so looks at, whoever, or the way so and so looks at, I don't know, a steak or something, It's that googly eyes, whatever it is on those memes, which I think are funny. But it's basically the equivalent of this. Find someone who digs you enough that's going to do a swatting call. Like, what the hell, man? That is like, there was a call, and this was years and years and years ago, but it was a call where, like, it was a guy, he was a pizza delivery guy, and, um, if I'm trying to remember now, I think he claimed that there were a couple of guys who jumped him and, like, stole all his money and everything else, and it turned out to be a lie. the dude just didn't want to work that day, I think it was. so so he made this up and just didn't work. I'm pretty sure I'm butchering this story because again, it was from like this story was from 2011 or 2012. It was a long ass time ago. Let's see. Keely says, find someone who will go to jail for you just to get you out of work. There you go. Boom. Yeah, dude. Exactly. Exactly. Emily over here says, I sent a friend, police officer, a video today that said something about calling in a bomb threat to have them get the day off and said how typical 9 to 5ers have it so easy getting the day off for a bomb threat. And we laughed, but a full on swatting call. I'm not that crazy, right? Yeah, exactly. Uh, yeah, nope. Sorry. I have a lot of friends and I love them dearly, but not that much to do that. Just be like, we'll find another day. Because that would probably be, I don't know, really the thing that you should do is just simply be an adult and say, "Hey, it's not gonna work. We'll just choose another day. How about tomorrow?" Nope. This dumbass full on did a whole swatting call and everything, and wow, just completely wow. Nope. Um, there's another one here really quick. I'm not gonna read the whole thing, but it says that there was a guy who tried to rob a nail salon and it didn't work. And it looks like the reason it didn't work was because they couldn't understand him. Yeah, that's what it yeah, it looks like that's what it is. Oh no, it wasn't they didn't understand him right away. It was just because they were busy. Ah, how hilarious is that? It wasn't because they couldn't understand him. It was just simply they were so busy working that uh that it didn't even register that this guy was trying to rob them. See, I thought I read it wrong. I thought it was because the way the guy was talking, they couldn't understand him. But nope, it was just they were too busy. Can you imagine before I play the audio, can you as I'm crying here, can you imagine having the thought in your head to go and rob a nail salon and you get in there to do it and you're just spitting all this really fast and then you're just standing there like, did they not hear me? What's going on? And everyone is just so busy doing what they're doing, like they're not even paying attention, and you just end up like kicking rocks and you leave. Oh, that's hilarious, man. uh, let me look over here. Keely says the tune of Brian Adams. I would SWAT for you. Dispatcher to you says this is probably the last straw for this guy's wife. There's always that one friend. Right? Yes, exactly. And then Fletch says hands up and give me all of your all of your gel tips. That was probably the other thing. They didn't understand what he was saying. They're like, "What kind of tips?" Like, you're this dude is he was probably so freaked out of what he was actually doing, like nobody could even understand him. I don't think I would have been able to. Oh, that's amazing. I didn't read the rest of it, so I don't know if the guy got away or not. I'll have to read it later and I'll post it. Oh, that is hilarious. Oh, here it is right here. It just says customers and staff ignore man's demands for money. This happened in Atlanta. Oh, that's good. All right. Let me I'm going to play this audio. All right? We're going over an hour. It's okay. I've been holding on to this audio for like a week, and I'm going to play it. Now, I just want you to know it's about 8 minutes long, okay? But I swear to you, it's worth it. This call actually ended up making the news, but in a good way, because this person, um, they're being chased, and they call 911. And my friend who took the call was just so good, uh, doing this, and that's why I want to play it as well, is because sometimes we end up taking these calls where you kind of have to figure out how to get someone to do what you need them to do, to not only help them but also to help all of your folks that are going out there. So let me switch up my audio here really quick. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and play this. If for some reason you can't hear it though, let me know, all right? But also if you can hear it, let me know as well so that I know that it's going through. All right, here we go.
Allegan County 911, where's your emergency?
Hello?
Hello, 911, where's your emergency?
I'm ready for the police right now.
What?
I'm ready for the police right now.
You need the police?
They're chasing me. I'm running.
They're chasing? Why are you running?
Because they want to fuck me.
Sir? Sir?
My wife told about me.
Can you pull over and find out what they want?
No, she fucking made some shit about me and all these guys are after me.
Who's talking shit about you?
My wife, she made some stuff about me. And
Your wife?
Yes.
Okay. Well, if it's not true, then can you just pull over and talk to them so they can get it all straightened out?
They're not going to talk to me.
What's that?
They're not going to talk to me.
All they want to do is talk to you and find out what's going on so they can get your side of the story. What's your name?
Tell them to talk to me right now. I'll stop. Tell them.
You're going to stop?
I'll stop. Tell them to talk to me. I'll slow down and I'll talk a little bit.
Okay, listen, can you talk? I want you to pull your car over. What kind of car are you in?
Look, please, tell them.
Can you just pull over to the side? The police are not going to hurt you. They just want to talk to you.
I got to hurt me. Can you please tell them so I can talk to them?
I can't put them on the phone. They're not in here with me, but I can tell them that you're going to stop and that you're going to talk to them, and that they won't hurt you. They just want to find out what's going on. Okay, what's your first name?
They're going to help me. Tell them, please. Tell them to at least slow down and give me a little bit room and I'll stop.
Okay, are you slowing down?
Yeah, but tell them.
Okay, just can you pull over?
But tell them to slow down a little. I'll stop right now.
You're going to stop right now?
Tell them to slow down. When I see them slow down, I'll stop.
Okay, you're stop. Listen to me. What I want you to do when you stop, I want you to stay in your car, and I want you to put your hands on your steering wheel and don't get out until they come up to you, okay?
Anything you ask me to do.
Listen to me. Did you hear what I said? Did you stop?
Steering wheel. I'll turn off the car with all the keys.
Did you stop?
Tell them to slow down.
Okay. Are you slow? Did you stop?
They're not slowing down.
They're not slowing down?
No.
Okay, but did you stop? Did you pull your car over?
Crash, I don't want to make them crash.
Okay, It's just I will tell them that you're going to stop, so they will slow down, okay? So just slow down and then pull off to the side.
Hey, tell them.
And I'm going to tell them on the radio that you're going to do that, okay, so that they slow down.
Tell them to, one of them, the one behind me, tell him to turn off his light so I know he knows what you're saying.
What's that? I can't. Slow down just a little bit. I can't hear you.
Tell him, the guy that's behind me, tell him to turn off his lights and to give me a signal so I know what
You want them to turn their lights off?
Anything, so I can see that he actually hear me.
Okay. All right. Are you stopping?
I don't see anything.
You don't see anything?
I don't see no signals.
Okay. All right. Where are you at? Do you know?
I don't know where I'm at.
Okay. What's your first name?
Can you please give him something? Please tell him to give me a signal.
Tell him to what?
Give me a signal, like turn up.
I will. Okay. I can talk to them on the radio. What is your first name?
Please do it now because
My partner's talking to them. Is your name Lewis?
Yes, please.
Lewis, did you stop your vehicle?
Not yet. I don't know if they hear me. If I stop, it says I'm going. They can hear me.
Okay. Listen to me. I want you to slow down.
Okay.
And then slowly pull off to the side of the road. Just slow down and pull off. And my person that's working with me is going to tell them that you're going to do that, so they slow down. Okay?
No, because he's more close.
Because are you pulling over?
They're not showing me nothing.
What?
I need them to show me like a signal or something.
You want them to show you something?
Yeah, like, I don't know, turn off the lights for a minute just so I can see that.
You want them to turn their lights off so you know they're going to stop?
Yeah, enough.
Okay, hold on a second. Let me tell them that. Jeff, whoever's behind them, just turn their overheads off for a second. He said he'll stop. If they turn their lights off, you're going to pull over, right?
Yeah.
Okay, they're telling them right now to turn the lights off, okay?
Okay.
So let me know when you see the lights go off.
I don't see nothing.
Are they still behind you?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you see the police car?
Yeah, there's two.
Okay, there's two of them, but their lights and sirens are not on anymore, right?
Yeah, they're still on.
The lights are on?
Yeah, they're still on.
How fast are you going?
Right now, slow down at a stop sign.
Okay, stop. I want you to stop right at the stop sign, okay?
They're too close and they're not giving me a signal.
They're not going to hit you. They can stop, okay? Just stop your car and just let me know when you have stopped, okay?
Okay, but tell them to slow down.
They're slowing down. They will slow down.
They're not. He's really close.
Listen, Lewis, okay?
Okay, look, I'll do whatever you want me to do, but I need you to tell him to turn off his lights or something.
Okay, just let me know. How fast are you going, Lewis?
About 80.
80? Okay, I want you to slow down to like 30. Start slowing down, okay? Start hitting your brakes.
Okay, tell him.
Hit your brakes, and then they'll slow down.
Okay, tell him. Tell him.
They're telling them. As I'm talking to you, they're listening to me, and they're telling them, okay?
Okay, but he's going to hit me. He's getting too close.
Are you slowing down?
Yes, I'm slowing down.
How fast are you going now?
About 50.
Okay, keep slowing down. Keep slowing down. Let me know when you get down to 30.
Okay.
What I want you to do is I want you to slow down and pull over. Just pull off on the side. They're not going to hit you. They'll slow down when you do, okay?
They're still too close.
Listen, Lewis.
Yeah.
Okay, I want you to slow down and then come to a stop.
They're too close. I don't want to hit them.
You know what? They're going to keep staying close until you slow down. They don't, because you're not stopping. I need you just to hit your brakes, slowly pull to the side, and stop.
Back up. Tell her back up. I'm stopping.
Are you stopping?
Stop it. Tell her back up.
Okay. Come on, he wants you to back. When they see you're slowing down, they'll back off, okay?
Tell them they can hit me. They're getting around me. I'm stopping right now.
Are you stopping right now?
Yeah.
Okay, let me know when you're stopped.
Stop it.
Are you stopped? Lewis, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Lewis, did you stop?
Yeah.
Okay. I want you to put both hands, put your car in park. Is your car in park? Lewis.
Wait.
Lewis? Are you stopped? Lewis.
Open the door! Open the fucking door! Open the fucking door!
Lewis. Lewis. Lewis.
There you have it. He ended up being fine. Just so you know, at the end there, it got very real, right? I mean, it was real the whole time, of course, but right at that very end, when you hear that door open and everyone is yelling at him to get down, um, he ended up being okay. He was, taken into custody and stuff, and we'd been getting calls about this gentleman all weekend and different stuff that was going on between, him and his wife, and then this whole thing happened. And again, it made it in the news for good reasons because my friend did such a good job. But the reason I wanted to share this as well, not just because she did such a good job, but because I want you all to think about what you do every single day and how not a lot of people can do what you do. And how in moments of crisis, how you are that voice within the trenches of 911, that voice of authority, that voice that people listen to, that voice that people trust. And my friend was doing everything that she could for him to stop. And I love how he was saying the speed limit that he was going, and she's like bringing him down in small increments to the point that he finally stopped. For that caller to be able to hear her say, yeah, he wants them to turn those overheads off. Building that rapport safely as possible, right? If it can be done, do it. And they were able to do that. But again, in those quick moments, you start saying what you need to say, what needs to be done, so that everyone hopefully can just go home safe. And they were able to get this person. And this is what sets you apart from so many other people because of what you do. So I hope that you got something out of that audio. And I'm glad that I have it because every so often I'll listen to it and just think, man, she did such a good ass job. But also I think about, I was her supervisor. I had the honor of working with this person and a lot of other people. And it's just amazing. All of you are amazing. So hold your heads up high. Yes, Fletch. No matter what happens, you need to communicate. Yes, exactly. Communication is key. And it's funny to think, right? Because it's something that you do all the time. But when it comes to us talking to each other, sometimes that doesn't always work. But things are changing. And things have been changing. You've got this. I love you guys. This has been awesome. I hope that your numbers have gone up. Where are you at now? I'm way above a 10 now. I hope your numbers have gone up. Again, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being shitty, 10 being awesome. How are you feeling now? I hope your numbers have gone up. Thank you all for being here with me tonight for Open Mic Live on a Thursday instead of a Sunday, but it's Super Bowl this coming Sunday, so that's why I'm doing it tonight. If you have any comments, questions, or you ever want to be a guest on the flagship show, and this is if you're new dispatch, seasoned dispatch, retired dispatch, I want to share your story. So get a hold of me because your story is important, more than you know. And for a lot of us, for a lot of people, it can be therapeutic as well. It might not feel like it in the beginning, but it helps. So if you ever want to be a guest, send me an email, wttpodcast@gmail.com, or any comments or questions or anything like that. The easiest way to do all of this is to simply go to links.co/WTT podcast. And once again, that is links with 2 i's.co/WTT podcast. You'll find everything there. My email, all of my social media, where to follow, and also, excuse me, where you can schedule to be on an episode. So go there. You can pre-order Imagine Listening Book 2. You can purchase Book 1. It's on Audible as well. And then if you are looking for any podcast or dispatch merchandise, I've got that on there as well. That is links with 2 i's.co/WTT podcast. This live broadcast has been sponsored by InDigital, a leader next gen core services. Big shout out to subscribers of the podcast as always, but especially all of you who are watching, listening, supporting, and sharing. I wouldn't be able to do this without all of you, because what I do wouldn't be what it is without all of you. So thank you. I will always be grateful to all of you. This can be seen on Facebook, YouTube, X, as well as Instagram, LinkedIn Live, TikTok, all of it. You can see it everywhere. But to listen to the flagship show, you can listen 24/7 on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, your favorite podcasting app, and withinthetrenches.net. Have a good one, everyone, and we will see you all in the next one. Cheers.